Hi kids, my name is Kelly and I live in this Class C RV, and in today's video I'm showing you how I fix a leak in the overcab. It's a very common problem with Class C RVs. The overcab is the big bed area that goes above the driver's area. This whole thing was wet when I bought it. The seller and I pulled everything out, repaired it. I knew I needed to fix the sealant up on the roof. And I did one big section up here, but I didn't do the sides. And after I did that, the sides were still leaking. So I take the trim off, pull out all the old butyl stuff, and replace it. And we're gonna jump right into it. Yep, you know already about this leak. I've got to get it fixed. And so I finally am tackling it. And I've got a little bit of headway we've made here. Yes, indeed. All right. There's been a lot of action happening right here. Extra holes were put in there. Somebody put a bunch of silicone over this, which isn't even needed because this stuff goes over that. And so there was clearly a known problem. Look at how these are made. This is really wild. It's made out of nothing. It's literally thin outer wall right here. You can see that. And then this, I don't know, little foam bit with a hard backing. And I think that's it. Just looking at the inside of the RV, it's wild. There's nothing much to these at all. And this is why, like, if you have a Class A, the big box square rectangle RVs, if you get in an accident, man, you ain't got much of a chance, because this is all that's between you and another vehicle. Like, especially like a diesel pusher where the engine is in the back, you got nothing up front. At least with this is on a van chassis. And so I have the whole engine up there. I have steel and metal to help protect me in an accident. But a Class A, that's your front. What? Don't get in an accident, okay? Okay. So now I just need to continue coming down here, and I have these other screws, these guys down here. I gotta unscrew those, and then I'll be able to pull this whole guy back. What I'm looking to replace is this butyl tape that's on the inside here. I'd say it's a little chalky and it probably shouldn't be. Some places it's okay, others it's like, I don't know if it's doing much. So that's what I'm replacing. This one just came out like that, so clearly it's busted off in here before. This is probably gonna tell me a lot. Oh boy. It's not looking great under there. I really hope this doesn't open a whole can of worms of like other stuff that's torn, destroyed, and rotten, but it might. It's just all part of it. He's rotted before. I've had this one out, and it wouldn't even go all the way back in. You gotta love projects, or do you? I got it. Let me show you what I'm looking at under here. We've got some rotteny looking stuff under there. See that? I think this is just the stuff we couldn't get into when we did the repair on the inside. If you haven't seen other videos, or this whole overcab was wet when I bought it. Discovered the leak. Myself and the owner decided we would work on it together and fix it before I bought it. We got out everything we could. Behind, there's some rails in there, and behind and under the rails, couldn't really get to that section. Yeah, so what I'm seeing is the wood that we could not scrape out. Let me show you a little closer in a second. Okay. Yeah, this is okay. There's nothing left up there that I can actually, I just have to be really careful not to break this outer lining. Okay, here we go. And she's off. Whee! It's so scary for me. I don't like taking things apart. But actually, because of what we did with the repair up there, I more know what I'm getting into. That was very helpful. I don't know where the leak is coming from. I do hope what I do fixes it and does find that leak and takes care of it. This is the Luan wood that we scraped off inside, but under here we couldn't get to it. Yeah, we couldn't get to under this section, so it still remains. Yucky, yucky. Alrighty. So I suppose I'll scrape this cleaner. And yeah. Watch these overcabs, guys. If you get a Class C, they are very prone to leakage. See, this should be squishy, juicy butyl tape, but there's not. Water could come in there, so yay. And that's not leaking. And the windows are usually what makes it, what leaks. But there's no signs of the window leaking, so I think it was coming down that front, and then you could see where it got darker here, like it got dirty, moldy, dusty, whatever, I don't know. So we're feeling good here. And it's dinner time, so I'm gonna go in and eat and probably won't resume this until tomorrow. It's the next day and the fatigue factor has hit. I need to make my dirty Coke. Maybe that's all it is. And then we're gonna get out there and we're gonna continue. This side of the RV, so you can see, I mean, that's a crack going pretty much of the length of here. And over here you can see it even more. I am precariously balanced on this ladder. Yeah, you know, plenty of places the water could be coming in. And this stuff is just not helping much anymore, probably. So I already did this. I patched it up, and now I've got to get the new stuff off because the screws are under here. So get this off so I can pull this dude up and then start unscrewing here. Just got this screw out, and in stark contrast to the other side, this one looks like it has been wet, I think. I mean, that looks like rust to me. Here's how it's done, and you just keep pulling it up from there. Okay, they've siliconed under here too on this side because clearly somebody knew there was a problem. I don't think it was the last seller. I think it was the rental company. Yeah, trying to do a hack job. Look at that rust. Yeah. I imagine they decided it was just quick and easy to try to put silicone over the tops of these screws and that would fix it, instead of lifting up the entire piece, this whole rail, and putting new butyl tape under it. Because that's what I'm doing, and it sure is what the solution will be, because there's no other way. There's nothing else that's keeping the water from getting in besides that underneath butyl tape, especially if the silicone's not working. What you don't want to do, by the way, is fall into this guy. Do not lean on it, do not fall back, do not fall off the ladder onto it, no good. Okay, all the screws are out. Time to lift her up. The only thing that's holding this thing on is the original butyl tape that's under it. Ow! Slow and easy. Here we go. She's lifting. Whoa. There's a big gap right there. Look at this hole. It's a gap. I don't know if this is super normal or not, but I can get my finger all the way down in there. It's fine. That's why all this is covered, obviously. Oh yeah. Okay. Ooey, ooey. All right. Next step is going to be to clean out the old wood, the rest of the Luan here. This stuff. This is what, again, me and the seller tore out because it was all rotten inside. Clean all of this up and then clean it off of the things I just removed and add butyl tape and put her back together. Back inside, there's the front cab. As you can see, all that lighter there. This side, I couldn't get this wood off as much. Like, there's the actual exterior, but yeah, all this is old Luan that we were like, it'll be fine, it's not gonna get wet anymore. Here I am. It's getting wet. It was getting wet. So anyway, it's nice to be able to get to this stuff which I couldn't get to before. Take it out, clean it up, blow it out with my nifty fan. Thank you again for this. And it has come in very, very handy. And it will at Burning Man too. Okay, so I'm gonna do this now. Put this phone down. This part's kind of slow and tedious. I'm having to just scrape off this stuff with a scraper. Get it all as clean as I can. And then I will replace it. Almost done with the first section. I still have from here to here. You see the dark stuff? Yep. I've scraped all that goo off everywhere else. I'm just going to scrape it all off, both pieces, put the new butyl tape in, and screw it back on. But I need new screws for some of the screws too, they're rusty, or the head is getting too worn. And there's a clover. It's like a week later, more than a week later, and I haven't worked at all on the overcab. I'm doing it again. I'm gonna go hit it. It's cloudy today, not as hot, so that's very good. All I have left to do now is to scrape off the old tape stuff, butyl tape. Yeah, which I don't think I have enough of to complete the job, so I'll probably need to order more, but I'm not going to order more until I know that I need more. And that's how we're doing it, folks. Honestly, all that's left for me to do is this. Just getting the last of this goo off, clean it with some alcohol, and then apply the new. Well, the hard part now, like this stuff's coming off easily, but the hard part now is this dang silicone. Whoever used this, it does not want to come off, and it also doesn't adhere things well. I don't know what the purpose is. I always hear not to use it on the outside of an RV, but people do. Yeah, look how this thing is put together. It's truly unbelievable. It's like a cardboard enhanced cardboard box. All right, anyway, we're getting the rest of this stuff off and we'll carry on. Okay, I'm on the other side, getting a little bit more of the remnants off. This is super dry and flaky, so yeah, it's coming off very easy. If you're removing newer tape, it may not come off quite as easily. Well, that was fun. Didn't record. So it's already giving me problems. This one, well, it's stripped and it's just not coming out. It's just spinning. It'll come out when I pull this down, but then this one also, same problem. It won't come out with the screwdriver. Oh, did I get it? Nope, I'm gonna get some manpower before I strip it out. Hey, this one's behaving, yay. So none of them are wanting to come out, and so look, here's the first one that wouldn't. Yeah, it's just broken, completely broken off. Ow, okay. So that's why I bought all new screws. Here's the plan, yoga mat, so I hopefully don't slide. I'm gonna lay on my back there and get up to those center ones that are really not wanting to cooperate. This is so dangerous. Oh, but it's such easy access for these. All right. Okay, this one's broken too. It's not a good sign that they're broken off. Another one. Another broken one. Got them all off, and I did not record that because it was a cursing fest. But they're off. Well, that was no fun, but I got them all. All right. Now we're gonna strip this guy off and see how it looks underneath. See if she comes off easy. Should. Probably nothing much holding it together, as you can see. If all of that was stretchy, it'd probably all be working better. But it's not. Wow. That's what we have underneath. I don't even really know or understand how my new butyl is gonna help a lot, because this is pretty. Should I leave this here? Probably not. I'd like to. That'd be easier. As most projects go, when you dig in, you end up finding more and more things that you need. So yay, I have to do an Amazon order. I've already ordered new screws. I got those from the store. I found a product that I think will be a really great addition to this project, because I was looking at the butyl tape that I have. This does not look really as thick or as wide as what was previously used on the outside trim. So I started to look at butyl tape sizes and came across another product called Corner Seal. It's a Dicor product. It's a tape with a, what do they call it? Like kind of a fuzzy backing. You literally tape the corners together. That sounds like magical. Perfect. Okay. Yes. Thank you. So I've ordered that, and I ordered, they use the butyl sealant, not the tape, with that stuff. So I'm going to use this as well. And then on top of that, the trim molding that covers the screws, I'm just going to go ahead and replace too. It was dirty underneath, supposedly indicating that stuff, water can and would get under it. So I'm ordering that as well. So we're looking at another almost $40 for this project alone. And I'm not going to receive the items until Monday, I think. So Well, we have rain coming, and with the tape that I can get, the corner stuff, I can do the top curves. I can do there and down here. Down here, I'm not so worried about. It's this that can get the walls wet. So if I can just get that part done before it rains, I think I should be good to go. But I have to order this and then wait for the things, and I can go outside and take the rest of the sealant off. That is the next step. That said, I have gift card credit from things I had to return because I got the wrong size or they just weren't quite what I thought from the Amazon wish list. So Amazon wish list people, thank you very, very much. It's on you. So I appreciate this so much. All right, let's go ahead and order. It is 3 or 4 days later and the parts came in. I've got the tape and I've got to get the rest of the putty off. Nothing like a deadline to get me going, man. I don't do much unless there's a deadline. But it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I got to get on it. So let's dive in. It's 4 p.m. I don't have much time left, but I'm just going to show you real quick how quick and easy this alcohol takes these bits off. So it's nice. Coming out pretty clean. I'm not going to go for perfect. No need to. And I really don't have time at this point. But I appreciate the deadline of the rain because without a deadline, I don't jump on things. And my hard goal is that I've got to get this tape that I got on here today by tonight because of the rain tomorrow. Like this gap, and this is all open gap. It needs to be covered before the rain. The left side is done. Time to clean up the right side. Didn't take too long, but we are still really in a bit of a time crunch here. Wish me luck. I gotta get this. Let's see. Can you see that? That's a pretty dirty section. It'll look cleaner in a minute. A few minutes. I'm not doing anything with the silicone. The silicone is just gonna have to stay. It's not really in the way. It's kind of on the outside edges, and I think it actually might even help the new liquid sealant I'm gonna use on top of the tape to kind of hold it in. That's my thinking anyway. Where I need for the stuff to adhere, there is no silicone. Okay, I'm guessing you can see how much cleaner it is now. It's quite clean if you ask me. Good enough. I'm gonna start with the tape on the other side. I've never used this stuff, so this is a first. Okay, here's the tape I told you about. I've never used this before. It's got this fuzzy side, that's the outside, obviously this goes on the bottom. This, the new sealant stuff will adhere better to than it adheres even to this stuff. So that's the idea, and I've got to get it perfectly. This is a pretty wide gap, so I've got to, crap, I got to wipe that down too. So I need to position it perfectly so it'll fit over the whole thing and also catch the sides. Boy, every time I come up here, I can smell my black tank vent. It's a sweet, sweet smell. God. All right. I also have to position it so it doesn't show on the outsides of, ooh, I think I like this stuff a lot. On the outsides of the new trim that the old original trim that I'm putting down. No problem so far. Why don't manufacturers do this? We know why. Why don't manufacturers do this? Money and the time it takes to do it. I don't care. I know you're gonna use your RV a couple times a year, and hopefully you don't use it enough in time to catch anything that is covered under the warranty. They know this. Yeah. This is how it's looking. This stuff is fairly permanent, like supposedly once it goes on, it's not coming off. That is a beautiful thing, my friends. It's covering all the screw holes that are here. And then I'm gonna also have butyl goo that I put on the underside of the thing that goes on top of this, on this side and then whoosh, squishes. So that's another layer of protection. I really, really dig this. This feels so much more safe as far as water protection than just using butyl tape or the butyl goo. Butyl goo is not the official word, that's just what I'm calling it. A lot of these are, they have a broken screw in them, and a lot of them are broken. Like the screw was put too close to the edge, and it's not even doing anything to actually hold this. Like this is a new screw hole drilled because so many of them broke off right through here. So I feel really good about tonight. Even if I don't put the top trim on, which I don't think I will have time to, there's gonna be no leaks. Heck yeah. And that is the goal, my friends. Getting the last of the old putty off of one of these trim pieces. And sometimes, this time, not all the time, but whenever I do a project, my brain, before I jump in, tells me it's gonna be so hard and it's gonna take so long and all these things. Why does it lie? I mean, sometimes it turns into be, you know, worse than you, of course, worse than you imagined, but this one really is not as hard as I was anticipating it to be. So, I don't know, once you start doing it, as long as there's no hiccups, but man, I had so many hiccups with trying to install things last month, and things not being the right size and whatnot. That kind of drives me batty. I think it's the process of trying to figure out, like, if the right measurement, the right size, the right electricity for whatever part it is, like that is baffling to me, how people get that right the first time. But manual stuff like this, I mean, as long as it's not too hard for my little body to do, this can be meditative, you know? It really can. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is this job was not as bad as I was probably thinking it was going to be. It was hard. If I get up early enough tomorrow, I can probably get this done in time before the rain. I mean, within reason, because some of the putty stuff I'm putting on the roof probably should have a few hours at least to set before it gets wet, but I'm not real worried about water coming in, because where it can come in, it can't damage anything right now. There's nothing in there. There's no wood. If water does drain in, I can see where the actual water is, and I can probably see where it's coming from too, which would be helpful if it comes in. That's all for tonight. It looks brighter here than it really is in real life, but we've got that done. But there literally are holes still on the roof that are exposed, so that if nothing else, I just need to dip some like Dicor lap sealant onto the holes if I don't get to this in time. Like this, I don't know how, I'll probably get it done in time. We'll see. Either way, done for the night. I'm gonna go chillax for a bit. Good morning, I just woke up and it is the rain day, as you can see. It's already sprinkled a little bit, but while I was laying there, I came to a realization. Why didn't I take the tape and extend it over the top holes? I don't know. It's my brain. It's just not functioning fully. It happens. Yeah, that's going to be covered too, so I don't need to use the sealant I was talking about to you know, seal those holes. I just need to tape over the holes. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna wait for Marshall to come back to put those rails, the trim back on. It's gonna be messy. I think it'll be better and easier with two people. You need people in your life, people. My brain said stop there for whatever reason. I don't know what was happening, but yeah, I've got this on both sides. We're just gonna cover, easy peasy. That couldn't have been easier or faster. Next. It's 2 days later, and I've learned something about tape that you really need to know if you were thinking about using it. I did not install the trim right back on there right away. You can probably already see what the problem is. You got that right. So this kind of hangs down when there's no trim holding it up. I pushed this up before I put the tape on. Now it's not doing anything. Like from the inside, I can just see light through here, and there's none of the butyl tape. I'll just show you. There's no butyl tape under there. This is just learning curve, and that's why you're watching this video, so you don't make the same mistake. Right, okay. It's 2 days later again. Marshall's back, and I'm ready to put the butyl stuff on both pieces of trim. This wasn't as bad as I thought. Look, when I saw this in the gap like here that I can see visibly from the inside, I didn't see the butyl tape still on the back, but it is. So I'm not worried about it anymore. I'm just gonna push it up, re-adhere, and then we put this up there and screw everything in, and it'll hold everything together. I'm using the Dicor butyl rubber sealant, so it's like kind of a double whammy of protection. Okay, I've put the Dicor on both sides of each edge, and here we go. It's not going easy at all. This piece is warped and the screw holes aren't lining up. I had to drill new holes instead of use the old ones. Ugh. Definitely didn't put a fat enough caulk bead on the other side, so this time I'm going a lot thicker. And this isn't the only bead, you gotta put 2 in there. So hopefully this plus the other bead will be fat enough to really fill it. Definitely a 2-person job. This would be a lot harder with just the one, but we got a thicker bead on, and it is thicker bead, and we're almost back together. So we got a lot of juicy squishiness coming out, but not everywhere. Like here it didn't do it, which is weird, but it's the way it goes. Anyway, the old screw holes are stripped, so making new holes that it'll hold. Okay, great. Finally down to the last couple of things. Now I gotta put the rest of the white, white Dicor here. Dicor is gonna go right along there. This is all fine. And I do also have to put the trim back on top of this. Keep running my hands through just because, you know, fun. It's all patched up, and it's next morning, and it rained last night, at least 1/4 inch. And guess what? We have no water intrusion. At least none that can be found. Anything you're seeing over here that might look like water intrusion really is not. Quite happy about that. Still have to just patch up, you know, put a little bit more non-self-leveling sealant around the trim. And really I need to do the underneath trim, but there's really no difference in doing that. I gotta end the video here. I feel like this is gonna be an hour long, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something from that. If you want more of that, you know how to subscribe and like and all that good stuff. Please do. I love you, I need you, and I do hope to find my way here and give you some fairly consistent fun stuff so you can figure out, oh, there are other ways to live out there, and that, ooh, we can go and do this or we can go and do that, and these things are fun, and bust out of that mold, because that's what we're about around here. Okay, anyway, I'm ready to finish breakfast, so I'm going to say goodbye. Much love.